So, funnily enough, this might be the first time I've ever done this on the channel. It's a Premier League transfer special. Hit like and subscribe. What's up guys, I'm Chasing Laney. This is episode number 34 of Sunderland Climb Sacked. It's our summer transfer special before we go into the Premier League, having won the Championship. And I'm going to turn the camera off very quickly so I can go through the signings who are already in the bag to come in, the pre-arranged transfers. And then we're going to come back at the end of the window where I'll show you any new business, just to keep things nice, clean and quick. So our pre-arranged ins, we'll start with the guys who are staying, who we've signed on permanent. So Dion Sanderson will be coming in on a permanent. Liam Miller is coming on a permanent. He's been with us for a while now, 2 seasons. In fact, they've both been with us. They're both coming in. Rodell Richards is joining us for £8.25 million from Tottenham. That's a pretty big deal. We've also kept Jack Clark, Tayden Mengi and Curtis Jones on loan for next season, also coming in. Sepp Vandenberg, a centre-half we had in Poland last season, or last year on the last game. £1.2 million from Liverpool he's coming in for. He's been playing in the Championship for Portsmouth. He played against us in a game a few episodes ago, and he was quite impressive, so I thought we'd keep him on the boat. We're also bringing Shea Ojo from Liverpool for £700,000. He's a very strong signing. He'll be a good option on the wings for us. Really happy to have him in. He will have the speed to make a real impact in the Premier League for us, I think. We should see a good season from him. Vontae Daly-Campbell is coming in for £110,000 from Leicester. He's going to be probably a backup at right back, if I'm honest. But he's got some potential to develop. He could turn into a first team player for us. Let's see if we can pull up the thing. So it says he'll be the 5th best right back in the squad, but he's very much one for the future. We're going to see if we can turn him into a Premier League player. Goalkeeper Max O'Leary is joining us from Bristol City, who just got relegated from the Premier League. £6.5 million. I've spent a lot of money in this window. He's just played a full season in the Premier League, which is good. We need the Premier League experience. He is apparently better than Marcus Bettinelli, but we know how good Marcus Bettinelli is. These two will be competing for the #1 shirt. Joel Pereira, I think, may be let out on loan. The ex-Chelsea defender Michael Hector is coming in for £2.2 million from Eibar in Spain. Again, looks pretty good. He should come in and be our best centre-half, so he'll probably play alongside Tayden Mengi. I really wanted a good player to strengthen the back four, and I think I've got my man here. Jake Clark-Salter is coming in from Chelsea. He is coming in. I think the fee here was £275,000. Really good defender. Can play at centre half. Can play at left back. He is rated as being, again, among our better centre halves. He will come in and be our 3rd choice centre half. He's also going to give us another option at left back, which is really nice to have. Bunch of free transfers coming in. Ryan Andrews is one of them. He's going to be a player to develop for the future, but he's got some big potential. He should become a very good option, but I think he's only 17. He's coming on a free. He's basically coming in to be loaned out, and we're going to see how he develops. In fact, likewise, Mauro Bandeira, who is a central midfielder from Portugal, coming from Arsenal, he's going to come in, be developed, again, go out on loan. Goran Babic from Southampton, another central midfielder, one for the future to develop. Reynaldo Toray is a left winger coming in from Spurs on a free again. We're just going to see if we can develop him. Lee Jonas, a right back coming in from Liverpool, some really big potential. He again will go out on loan next season, but we'll see what becomes of him. Centre half Reece Bennett comes in from Manchester United on a free. Another one who I think has some big potential. And Fabian Mroszek, a goalkeeper from Liverpool, again, just to be loaned out. We'll see what happens with him. So that also means, George Bello, I forgot to tell you, George Bello is coming on a permanent as well. He's coming in for £15 million, a really big outlay for us, really big outlay, but well worth it. Worth every penny, in fact, bringing George Bello in. He's been so good for us this season. Having him permanently is going to be a really big boost to the squad. Jake Doyle-Hayes is coming in from St Mirren, an Irish under-21 international. He hasn't actually played for the first team yet, but looks like a really good option at central mid. He will be our 2nd best central mid behind Curtis Jones, apparently, and just ahead of Johnny Williams. Bit of a large outlay for a player from the SPL, but I think he's going to prove to be worth it. Really good looking stats. Just got a feeling about this kid. He's going to become a really big player for us. Maybe only for 1 or 2 seasons, but we'll definitely turn a profit on him. Diego Garcia is coming in on a free from Estudiantes, which I believe is in Argentina. Yeah, Argentina. He is a Uruguayan player. He's not an international yet, but he's fairly good all around the midfield. Someone I'm quite excited about. I think he'll develop into being quite a good player. There's no one really comparable to him, although it is trying to compare him in the wrong position, which probably isn't helping. Let's see how he compares. Central midfield, 4th best in the squad. If we put him on a wing, he'll be fairly competent as well, able to help out. We'll try and develop him in other positions. I just like the look of the kid. I think he's going to become a really good player, and I figured we should get him on the boat now, and we'll see what we can turn him into. Zinedine Mashash is joining us as well from Napoli. He's an Algerian international central midfielder, can play in any midfield position, to be fair. Really quality looking player, and we're just going to see what happens with him. He actually didn't get a work permit, which is an issue, but I think I'll be able to get one once he signs, so I'm not too worried. If I can't, we'll loan him out, but I think we'll probably manage to get him a work permit. And finally, Kilian Ludovic is coming in, a right back who can play on either flank and pretty much do well wherever he's played on either flank, to be fair. A 22-year-old German joining us from Red Bull Salzburg. He would become the 4th best right back in the squad. There's a potential I'm going to move Luke O'Neill on in the summer. I haven't really given it any thought, but that's pretty much where we're at. As things stand at the beginning of the window, there's no one organised to go out, but we're going to come back at the end of the window and I'll talk you through the other new signings that have come in. So we've reached the opening game of the season. We're going to be playing West Ham on the opening day. That will be Thursday's episode. But let me just run you quickly through the new signings and then we'll just blast through the people who have left over the summer. So only 2 people have come in over the summer that you didn't know about. One is Nassim Boujaleb, a central midfielder that can play all over. He's got a bit of potential. He's a Moroccan. He joined us from Schalke on a free, so not too bad a piece of business. If he doesn't work out, we'll just move him on. He's already worth nearly 2 million, so that's a problem solved. But he's going to come into the midfield. We're going to see if we can get performances out of him. And Ji Dong-won has come in as well, for the South Korean international, 64 caps. Last played for Young Boys, but he's had a bit of a career. He's been at places like Dortmund, Augsburg. He played for Sunderland once. I completely forgot this guy had played for Sunderland. That probably doesn't bode well. Maybe he'll have the same success as Connor Wickham on his return. It'll work out. It'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be okay. He looks like he'll be okay and score some goals though, so we'll see what we can do with him. I also completely forgot you didn't know that Sarpreet Singh was coming in. He's coming from Bayern Munich as a free transfer. He's worth 5.5 million already. I've sent him back out on loan, or I'm sending him back on. No, I have sent him back out on loan. I completely forgot to send him back out on loan. He has gone to Karlsruhe for a season because he didn't get a work permit, but that should be fine. If he doesn't develop the way I want him to, then we'll move him on. We'll make the money. We'll be happy with that. He's got some potential though, so he should work out. Just a few things in his game need working on, and hopefully we'll get there. So let's look at the players who have left, and we'll just go quickly through the players who you will remember that have been released. So Nicholas Bentner and Alman Abdi have gone. They just reached the end of their contract. Harvey Neville didn't make it, which not a huge surprise. Max Power has been released. Anthony Giorgio has been released. Mitchell Curry has been released, but he must have joined Wimbledon by now. He actually hasn't. I thought he would have done by now because they were in for him. Is he going to tell me anything? It's not really. Fine. But otherwise, just a bunch of youth players, and our Bennett Shamajli has left as well. He has joined Forest Green, and I feel sorry for him. But there we go. So they've all moved on. I don't think any of them have landed anywhere particularly special. Alman Abdi is going to try and become a coach of some kind. Nicholas Bentner, nothing. So there we go. That's a career ender. And Max Power, I guess, is probably going to end up somewhere. He hasn't signed for anyone yet. Likewise, Giorgio is signed for Slovan Bratislava. Wow. How the mighty have fallen. Right. In terms of players we've actually sold/loaned out, Goran Babic, who you knew was coming in, the youngster, he's gone on loan to Cork City. Jake Hesketh I've sold to Hearts for 400,000, rising to 525, just because I didn't think he was ever going to make it. Oliver Basie, who was a youngster we had in our youth team, is a goalkeeper. He's moved on to Barnsley for 15,500. Dominic Ravan joined Salford for the year. Zinedine Mashash, who was one of the guys I told you was coming in, didn't have a work permit. He has gone to Ghent for the season to see if he can get himself a work permit. Ryan Bruce has joined Gillingham, another youngster. He's a midfielder. Again, didn't think he was going to make it, so we cashed in. Yestin Hughes joins Bromley on loan. Sarpreet Singh, you knew, had joined Karlsruhe on loan. Daniel Oyegoki has joined Boston United on loan. Stephen Kingsley joins Sheffield Wednesday on loan. Joshua Baggs joins Eastleigh on loan. And Stephen Werner has joined TNS on loan. So that is the complete transfer rundown for the season. There is nothing else to tell you about. There was a few staff changes, but nothing dramatic. I've brought in Dirk Mack as a new assistant manager because our old assistant manager, he retired. And Admir Hamzic has also come in as a scout. Nothing too dramatic. You can see the few players who in and out and shook it all about. It's all good. So let's wrap the episode up. That feels like a good place to go. Thanks for watching, guys. Sorry there was no action in this one, but there will be a game against West Ham in Thursday's episode. Transfer specials, they always run a little bit long. You know the drill by now. We've done enough of them, and this is the first one we've done going into the Premier League. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit like and subscribe, which is there. I swear it keeps moving. Maybe I'm just getting shorter. Socials are below. There's Insta, Twitter, and Patreon at Chasing Lamely. Magic graphic will appear there to remind you should have liked and subscribed by now. In the meantime, guys, I've been Chasing Lamely. Thanks for watching. Do check it on the channel, by the way. I've put up some shorts. I've been using the YouTube Shorts thing. There's a few videos under like a minute there, just little kind of hints and tips for FM. Go check them out. They're on the channel box under the Shorts shelf, I think they call it, whatever it is. Anyway, I've been Chasing Lamely. Thanks for watching. See you very soon. Have a good one.